Alright, hey guys, this is Leecheese back again with another OU battle. This time it is against a random guy off of Rik'sStream. I decided to look for a battle there, and I ended up finding a pretty good opponent. This was a very good battle. I'm using the same team that I've been using recently, and without further ado, here is the battle. Alright, so looking at the team preview, I decided that my Mienshao was the best thing to lead with, because I wanted to get some offensive momentum going towards the beginning, and I thought that most of the things that he might want to lead with would be countered pretty well by Mienshao, including his Bronzong here, which I'm expecting him just to go for the Stealth Rocks to get those set up at the beginning of the game, so I'm just going to go for a high jump kick, because I know that'll be a very solid 2-hit KO, no matter how much of a bulky set he's running, because Mienshao is so powerful. But he just goes straight for the Gyro Ball, which I was not expecting at all. I'm very unhappy about losing my Mienshao so early, since it is my biggest wall-breaking Pokemon, since it just does crazy high damage. But yeah, he ends up being a Life Orb Bronzong. I have never seen a Life Orb Bronzong. I think there's this Life Orb Bronzong set that can be used in Ubers or something on a Trick Room team. It ends up that he is going to have somewhat of a Trick Room team here. But I can just bring in my Scizor to finish him off, and now he doesn't, he does get switch advantage on me. But I can bring in my Scarfed Pokemon, which is always the best thing to go to in a double down, especially since this Zapdos has an ability to switch out, with Volt Switch. And so I'm not scared of this Victini, or I am scared of this Victini because I'm expecting V-Create. But I think I can take one, unless he's banded, which then I just want to get some damage on him so I can finish him off with something else. And I just go for that Thunderbolt to get as much damage as I can, and then he uses Trick Room. And now I'm absolutely positive this is a Trick Room team. I expected it on Bronzong since he was Life Orb, and you usually only run Life Orb Bronzong on a Trick Room team. I did not expect that V-Create to one-hit KO me. I thought Zapdos was bulky enough, but he is Life Orbed. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. That makes sense that it took me out. But I know that since he only has one speed drop from V-Create, I can still outspeed him with Bronzong since Trick Room's up. Because I do have, I have speed lowering nature, 0 speed of course, so Gyro Ball hits as hard as it can. And he still has his Trick Room up, so I'm still going to outspeed his Conkeldurr and set up my rocks. Not that that matters, because he's just going to set up a bulk up. But the reason that I stay in here is because my team does not fear Conkeldurr whatsoever, because Gyarados is a hard counter to Conkeldurr, as you will see in this match. But I don't know why I stayed over Hypnosis there. I probably should have just switched to Gyarados. I guess I was still trying to take advantage of the fact that I was outspeeding him. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just switched to Gyarados, but now he's going to bulk up again. I might misclick Waterfall in this turn. I don't remember. I might just go for the Dragon Tail. Nope, I just go straight for the Dragon Tail. Alright, that's good, because since he's at like +3 attack and defense, and he loses all those boosts now, and that's why Gyarados is a hard counter to Conkeldurr, because almost none of them carry Stone Edge, so he doesn't have a super effective move. I can get the Intimidate on him on the switch-in, and then phase him out, so he doesn't do anything to me after he sets up, because most sets are defensive. If it was a more offensive set with, like a Flame Orb set with Stone Edge, then I'd be in trouble, but fortunately, that is not the case this time. And when he brings in when Thundurus comes in, luckily for him on the Dragon Tail, I really considered staying in there over-predicting and going for another Dragon Tail, but I thought maybe he would just really want to take on my Gyarados, and I knew I would need my Gyarados later to take on his Conkeldurr, so I didn't feel like it was worth the risk. So I'd switch into my Bronzong, who could take a special hit pretty well. He ends up having Thunder. He set up that Nasty Ball in the first turn, so I know Thunder won't one-hit KO me, but it would be a 2-hit KO for sure after +1. Actually, I don't know, maybe it would 1-hit KO even. But he ends up getting extremely unlucky here, missing all of his Thunders. But that's what happens when you use Thunder. You never, ever use Thunder on any Pokemon unless you're using a Rain Team. Never. Not worth it. Or, I guess, the rare occasion where your Pokemon has Compound Eyes, or you actually have a reason to be running, like, Wide Lens. I think Wide Lens is the right one. I might be thinking of Scope Lens. I always get them mixed up. But I'm just going to stay in here. I'm going to Starmie, too, because I don't think he'll be able to finish me off since he didn't hit any of those Thunders. That really sucks for him. But you don't run Thunder. Oh, my God. I don't understand it. I'm going to be able to get 2 Gyro Balls off on him here, which means my Bronzong takes out another Pokemon, which is awesome. Bronzong took out 2 Pokemon in this match and set up Stealth Rocks. He really did his job. And he put his Conkeldurr to sleep. That didn't matter at all, though. Now he's going to just bring in his Registeel. I know he's going to outspeed me, and I don't feel like switching. And so he's just going to take me out with a Shadow Claw since I'm at 34 HP, and he could have killed me with anything at that point, except maybe an Iron Head. So his Registeel's in here. I'm not really fearing it too much. I don't feel like it threatens my team all that much. I go for the superpower here with my Choice Banded Scizor. I don't remember if this kills. I don't expect it to. And it does not. Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, since Registeel it's got his base 150 defense, even though Scizor's Choice Banded, it's still not going to end up killing. Yeah, that makes sense. But since I have my, even though I have my defense lower, it really doesn't, or defense and attack lower, it really doesn't matter because I don't feel like he can hit me hard with anything, and I can just finish him off with the superpower, which means that he has one Pokemon left, I believe. I believe his last Pokemon is now his Conkeldurr at this point. That's his only one left. And at this point, I realize that I am pretty much screwed. As weird as that sounds, he has one Pokemon left, and I'm screwed. That's pretty weird. Because my only Pokemon left are my Scizor, my Gyarados, and my Subcalm Mind Latios. And that Pokemon has 0 special attack EVs, so it is not going to be able to hit this Conkeldurr very hard, since I'm assuming he has max special defense, because that is the most common set. So I'm going to send in my Gyarados to get the Intimidate on him, and then I remember I can't phase him out anymore. And Gyarados really can't touch Conkeldurr at all once he starts setting up. So I'm just going to keep trying to just get some damage on him with Waterfall. I figure he doesn't really have any reliable recovery at all. All he's got is his Drain Punch, which he ends up... And I get a lot of lucky crits here. I end up getting a ton of crits with Dragon Tail and Waterfall. I don't know why I used Dragon Tail at all here. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just misclicking sometimes. And well, a lot of them were misclicks. And at the beginning, I don't know what I was thinking. I was just hoping maybe you get switched out and go back into the same Pokemon. I don't know what I was doing. But I'll just keep going for Waterfall to get his HP low. And he really misplays here. He should have won this game. First of all, I should have won the game because all the hacks that he got he was hacked over by my Bronzong with his Thunderous. Should have won there. But he also should have won because he goes for payback here when he should have killed me with Drain Punches. If he had killed me with Drain Punches, he would have been at high enough HP where he could have taken my Latios' Dragon Pulse, and I would not have been able to kill him with that because I'm assuming he's got a ton of special defense investment. And he could have, even though it doesn't matter that I resist Drain Punch. It's obviously going to do a lot less than payback, but he can just kill me with more of them, and he's going to be recovering more than I'm doing with Waterfall because of all the bulk ups. And I also am going to end up winning this game because of all the crits I got with my physical moves on his Conkeldurr, which ignores his defense raises, of course. Because, yeah, now I'm going to be able to kill him with my Latios since he's at so low of HP. That might have even mattered for min-max damage with how bulky Conkeldurr can get. I don't know. But it was still a very good game. I forgot his name. If you see this video, man, and you remember the battle, you can be sure to let me know. And if you want me to, I can link your channel if you've got stuff that you want to show people. Whatever. So yeah, that's the closest battle I've ever had with this team so far. It's never come that close at the end. I was really worried, and he probably should have won that battle with all the hacks that I got on him. But anyway, good game, GuyFromRik'sStream. I think that's what I'm going to put in the title, because I think that's kind of funny. So, thank you guys for watching the battle. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content. And have a great day.